So, just another update. Clearwater Beach. I don't know, it's about 9:45 in the morning on a Saturday, I think. Kind of hard to even tell what day it is anymore. It's absolutely beautiful out. After the so-called hurricane passed probably, I don't know, 100 miles out in front of us, out in the Gulf, we got some wind shears. Wasn't too bad. I'm not very good at tying the boat up with ropes, obviously. It was a learning experience. I realized after walking amongst all the yachts here how they crisscross the ropes. That crisscrossing really kind of helps to keep it from swaying back and forth. So mine was really swaying. I mean, I'll fess it up. I'm very virginal at this. But wind was blowing really hard. My boat was leaning hard to the left in the back here, and a little fearful of possibly even breaking a rope and slamming into the boat next to me. His name is Brad, which I actually call him B-Rad. He doesn't know that, but a nice guy. I think he lives in Fort Lauderdale. He's got a guy that comes down that takes care of his boat periodically, just kind of keeps an eye on it, but he was one of the guys that gave me his business card that said, hey, listen, if you're going to be here the whole time, or at least let me say the night of the hurricane, could you just kind of take a look and make sure all the ropes look good? And I said, no problem. So, but as for today, you know, I don't know, like 4 days later, it's absolutely beautiful out. I got a little bit of a cool breeze going by. My phone says it's 79 degrees out, maybe even 78. I'm going to give you a little span of the water here. I mean, it's desolate. It's beautiful out. Nice and calm. So, as far as the red tide, I walk by all the fishermen every morning, the jet skiers. They give me an update. They tell me that it's actually worsened a little bit, and there's dead fish literally everywhere, they say, out in the bay out there. So far, we're really lucky that it hasn't come through the bay here yet. I mean, they talk about a cold spat coming through here. Not much of a cold spat. Actually will help it get away. So, I don't know. I don't smell anything. I don't see any dead fish coming by, but they tell me there's dead fish everywhere. Either they're scooping them up, or we're just becoming very lucky with none of the dead fish floating through here and that stank. I've never smelt red tide. I've only heard about it on the news. And as far as the news goes, I need to do something about my TV and get some type of satellite or a hotspot, or have somebody help me get some type of hotspot, or I don't know, something so I can have some TV. I got fortunate one night. I got to watch the Buccaneers. They lost again. Why don't they just continue to use what works? I can't remember the one quarterback we've used for a couple of years now. He came out of Florida State, but you want to keep throwing interceptions? Give him the ball. Keep the guy, what's his name, Fitzpatrick, keep him in there. Yeah, sure, he throws some interceptions, but he's got some bling. He's actually made things happen. The other guy, Seems to be a constant problem. We took a beating from the Chicago Bears. Ridiculous. So, I don't know, it's just a quick update. It's got to be going on about, I don't know, 9:48, 10 o'clock in the morning right now. Slept like a rock last night. Not a whole lot going on. Got my boy with me today. We'll try to, I don't know, throw a frisbee or something, or I got to go buy a frisbee. I like to fish, but a little concerned about any fish that I catch. I like to eat it. And with the red tide going on, I don't know. Doesn't sound too healthy. I got a crab trap out, but I don't have any kind of bait in the crab trap, because I'm still a little bit worried about that red tide and eating that stuff. Got some of the tour guides going out right now with this pontoon boat. Check it out. That guy's name is Jeff. He runs that operation. Nice guy. He helped me out a little bit yesterday, telling me about how to fix my truck. My truck had a red light coming on yesterday, which was the battery light coming on, which sucked. If I kept the RPMs up, the battery light would go off, so it immediately told me, it's not your battery, bro. It's your alternator. You know, it's just kind of telling me that the amperage isn't good when the RPMs go low. So anytime I'd rev the motor up, the amperage would go up, and at least it'd charge the battery a little bit, and so it actually got me back to the beach here. But I got a brand new alternator. Cost me, I don't know, sucked, like $203. If I bring the core back, I get $30 back. So I'm going to do that. But I couldn't understand how to get that stupid serpentine belt on. It's not like a good old 1960s or 70s kind of 80s car where you just put the belt back on, you tighten things up. These stupid serpentine belts. But good old YouTube, I looked on YouTube and I figured out how to do it. I got to put a big old ratchet in there and crank this pulley thing down that I can get the belt back over the alternator. But I got the alternator on myself. I prevail. I'm determined not to have anybody fix my stuff. Charge me $1,000. It's ridiculous. So today, that's what I'm going to do. I got to fix the truck and get her going. But other than that, I don't know. I've invested into some stocks. Not really going to say which stocks, but I've invested in some. And they look like they're doing okay. I've also had an opportunity for a job, working in some type of security. And I won't relinquish the place that I would be working the security, but I don't know. Maybe they'll look at me as like a 240-pound pit bull working security. But let me tell you what, the venues that I would see, unbelievable. Toto, pro bodybuilding contests, superstars coming through. So I'm thinking about it. Be a little bit of part-time gig. I'm just trying to avoid any type of 8-hour day job that I could possibly avoid. I cannot be a cubicle worker. I don't know. Kind of when you were a cubicle worker, they called you a mindless drone. You do exactly what they tell you to do, and with me, defiance is the last act. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like doing what people tell me to do. I've worked for myself since I was 21, and I've always made it somehow. So I'm just going to keep doing what I do. I don't know. I might think about it. I do some personal training on the side. But other than that, all right, this is a quick update. Just kind of telling you what's going on. I think I need to shave my face, but Who gives a flying F? I mean, it's the modern Viking. I don't know. I've called myself a pirate before, but kind of prefer to be called a modern Viking. A Spartan. I'm a little bit bigger than a Spartan. But the modern Viking, I like. Alright, guys. I'm signing off, so have a good day. Todd Mendelsohn, Clearwater Beach, living on my yacht. Life is good.